There's plenty to see and do in Halifax, even before you set foot off the ship. Our visit started with Marco Polo being piped into port. Well, Nova Scotia does literally mean New Scotland. Well, good morning. Welcome to Halifax. This is a bit of a change from the rain, wet day that we had in St John's. Had a day at sea yesterday, and now we're just coming into port in Halifax, Nova Scotia. The sun is out, it's a glorious morning, and I'm on my way up to the Titanic graves. Halifax was named after the British Earl of Halifax, and it was founded in 1749 as a British territory on land that they had acquired by fighting the French. Halifax became an important settlement for the British during the American War of Independence. 30 or so years later, in 1818, after the Napoleonic Wars, the British troops left and relocated to Bermuda. Well, I'm on my way to the Titanic graves, and I've stopped off at the great public park in the middle of Halifax. Lovely park it is too. So it's quite a long walk, I've discovered, to the graves, but I'm enjoying it, and I'm just going to do it at my own pace, photograph things on the way. So I'll show you a few images now of what I've taken so far, and catch up with you again at the graves. Halifax Public Gardens were once just a swampy wasteland. In 1836, the Nova Scotia Horticultural Society built the gardens. In 1867, these were combined with a civic garden and officially opened to the public 8 years later in 1875. Over the years, the gardens have served as a gathering place for celebrations, concerts and community events. And today, they are recognised as a National Historic Site of Canada and remain one of the most cherished landmarks in the city. Well, I've arrived at Fairview Lawn Cemetery, and I've been down to the Titanic graves. I've just come away from them to record this video. I didn't feel comfortable doing a piece to camera actually at the graves. I did take a little bit of footage down there, and obviously I've taken some photographs. So I'm going to drop that in now as I talk. I found the experience of going to the graves very moving. To see all these graves with one and the same date on it, 15th of April, 1912. There's over 100 people buried here, and a few sort of stuck out. Now, there's a grave which is labelled to an unknown child, although there's now a name on there as well. And for many years, it really was an unknown child. And they managed to find, a few years ago, using DNA analysis, they managed to work out the name of the child. And there's even a photo of the 2-year-old there, very moving. And then there's a whole sequence of graves where there's no names on them. Nobody knows who they are. They perished in that disaster, and not even a name to remember them by. Another grave has the word simply "Nearer my God to Thee," which is reportedly what the band played at as the ship went down. Another grave is labelled J. Dawson, and when the film Titanic came out, Leonardo DiCaprio's character is, of course, Jack Dawson. People assume that the character was based on the person buried in that grave. In fact, it's not. It's a Joseph Dawson who was a member of the crew. And for a long time, people were leaving cinema tickets and and flowers on that, thinking it was Jack from the film. But the whole thing's very moving, and I really don't have the words to be able to describe what it's like. So I'll just leave you with the remainder of the images and video that I've shot here, and I think I'll just get the bus or walk back into town now. Well, I'm back in downtown Halifax and sat on a hillside at the side of the Citadel. Also at the side of the Citadel is this clock tower behind me. Apparently it was given to the city of Halifax by Prince Edward, Duke of Kent, and the story goes that the reason he gave it was he was so annoyed that people of Halifax were always late for meetings and were very unpunctual, that he gave them a big clock as a bit of a reminder. Don't know whether it's true or not. I'm going to be heading down to the waterfront, but I'll leave you with a few images from around this part of Halifax. I've not gone into the Citadel itself. There's other places I'm more interested in seeing down by the waterfront, so I'll head on down there now. Near the waterfront there are many modern buildings which are a great opportunity for creating abstract images. The next video I'll upload to this channel will be a short tutorial where I discuss the best way to create these abstracts. There are techniques that you can use whenever you encounter modern high-rise buildings. Along the waterfront is a boardwalk that's almost 4 kilometres long. This is a very popular tourist location. And along the length of the waterfront you can find traditional buildings, boutique shops and waterfront restaurants. Take the opportunity to watch the different boats in the harbour. Enjoy the view to George's Island, and yes, that is the correct spelling, there's no apostrophe. There are also art installations such as the drunk lampposts and statues of one Samuel Cunard, after whom the cruise line is named. He was a native of Halifax. I'm on my way back to the ship now, and I've been following this boardwalk which goes for a couple of miles along the seafront. I've stopped off several times to take photos. We're in that magic golden light time. It's lovely here, lovely bright sunny day. You can see over my shoulder, I think it's called George's Island, and you can also, you may just be able to make out the funnel of the Marco Polo in the background at the end of the boardwalk. So I'm on my way back, the end of a lovely day, and I will leave you with my last few images from today. Bye bye. The last few images of the day were the sunset as we sailed away from this fantastic port of call. The cranes in the port provide the perfect foreground interest against the orange skies. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. My next video will be about creating abstract images in Halifax, and when published, there'll be a link to it on the screen. So until then, keep making great images, and I'll see you next time.